bout number 13 of this evening's show is sponsored by Master Debonair. Introducing you fighters, first of all, in the blue corner, representing anti-power wall bottle from Headed on the Wall. He's a martial arts record of 2 wins, 1 loss and no draws. He stands at 5 foot 11 inches tall, age 21. He weighed in at 75.9 kilograms. Please put your hands together for Jackson Clarke. Facing him across the cage is his opponent in the red corner, representing TFT MMA, hailing from Sunderland. He has an MMA record of 2 wins, no losses and no draws. He stands 6 feet tall, age 28, making his long-awaited return to the cage, weighing in at 77.5 kilograms. Please put your hands together for Jimmy Bamborough. We scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Your referee, Trevor Mitchell. The action's about to begin.
Very, very popular lad is Jimmy Bamborough here in Ring Meadows.
Yeah, huge personality. I'm expecting to see Jimmy trying to keep it on the feet. I'm expecting to see Jackson trying to take this fight to the mat. But you never know. Could be surprised.
We've been wrong about that before tonight.
For sure.
Straight out wide stance of Jimmy Bamborough. Jackson looking to trade with him.
Nice body kick by Jackson.
And then to the leg. Clarke doubling up on them kicks.
Jimmy working the jab.
Bamborough looking just to keep this nice and rangy, isn't he? Catches a kick.
Pushes him off. Looks like he wants to keep the fight standing as we expected. Nice inside leg kick by Jackson.
Both men happy to trade here.
Jackson looks very comfortable in there. He has been quite active. Nice right hook from Jimmy. Being poked in the eye by the looks of it. Trevor Mitchell is going to give him a chance to get his bearings.
Of course, accidental eye poke, but it can happen in these sports.
100%. And to be honest, we haven't seen it much tonight, so it's been good so far. It's just a case of luck, though.
Nice stiff jab from Jackson Clarke.
Nice body kick by Jackson as well. Lovely body shot. Oh, big head kick. Wow, Jackson very impressive with his stand-up so far. Landed a big head kick there, which hurt Jimmy. Jimmy's immediately jumped on the single.
Bamborough's just using this time, I'd imagine, to try and recover, try and just recollect his thoughts.
Yeah, definite change of tactics from Jimmy. Highly advised as well. He did eat a big head kick there. Jimmy could potentially, you know, use his size advantage here with this body lock.
Nice knee to the inside from Jimmy Bamborough. Jackson looking for a trip of his own, not quite getting it, just centimetres off with that hook.
Jackson keeps fighting the home for that lead body kick. He looks for the head kick again.
Slight positional reverse here now with Jimmy Bamborough back up against the fence. Jackson Clarke looking to try and advance his position, try and clear the legs from underneath Jimmy Bamborough, which he does.
Nice ankle pick by Jackson Clarke. Jimmy immediately back up to his feet though.
Both men chipping away here.
Jimmy should be looking for an underhook to try and reverse this position. Head position by Jimmy. Eats a knee though at the body.
A lot of pressure here from Jackson Clarke, keeping Jimmy Bamborough up against the fence.
I think Jackson might have surprised Jimmy with his stand-up here. We might see a change of tactics from Jimmy in the second round.
10 seconds here to go in this opening round. Big shot from Jimmy on the exit, looking for it again. End of the first round, touch of gloves between them both. What an opening round.
Yeah, amazing round. Definitely edged that to Jackson Clarke there. One thing I am noticing is maybe it's, you know, just this with it being the first round, but Jimmy's reaching for the right hand a little bit. Jackson seems to be like setting his punches up a little bit better with his jab. So I'd like to see Jimmy kind of sit his weight down a bit more, you know, come forward, use his jab to set up that right hand. And, you know, who knows, maybe go for a takedown. Very composed performance in that first round by Jackson Clarke, though.
As we said, these fights just keep getting better and better, and this one is certainly delivering. Jimmy Bamborough there, seconds are out, and he's almost in the middle of the cage, ready for this second round.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to want to get that round back.
Mentally, what does that do? You know, when you're around down going into the second.
You know, it puts a little bit extra pressure on you, but you know he can use it for motivation. Jimmy knows he's got work to do. And he's still got 2 rounds to do it. Nice head movement there. Good leg kick by Jimmy.
Clarke looking to go up top again with that kick. Off the gloves of Bamborough this time, though.
Big shot by Jimmy there on the exit.
Nice front kick there from Bamborough. Jackson, just like Kieran Stewart, very calm and composed out of fighter.
Keeping his weight on the back foot.
Lovely movement from Clarke. Dip out the way of that.
Oh, big shot by Jimmy. This is better stuff from the Sunderland fighter. Jackson Clarke now coming forward. Oh, big body shot. This is much better from Jimmy Bamborough.
He's taking his time with these shots. He's picking the shot selections very good. Clarke again though with that head kick, just as a little reminder.
Yeah, luckily Jimmy for him has been keeping that right hand high, because Clarke will happily throw that lead leg to the head. Lovely timing, beautiful timing on the double leg by Jackson Clarke. Jimmy's going to need to work to get back up. He can't settle here, because the mount could be there for Jackson Clarke. If he can step that left leg over, so chooses to go around the back instead.
What does Bamborough need to be doing here then?
He needs to get to his knees, get his shins against the bottom of the cage, come up on a whizzer, and start looking to get his hips underneath his head.
Oh, so difficult to do against 100%. Somebody on the ground like Jackson Clarke.
Yeah, and Jackson's going to be looking for the back. Jackson's got a wrist grab, which he's let go of. Finds himself on Jimmy's back towards the end of the round.
After a good opening stanza from Bamborough in this, it's apparent that big Clarke who's going into this.
Very hard round to score, this one. Nice little trip from Jackson. Oh, Jimmy does a great job to get up to his feet.
10 seconds to go here in round number 2. Scheduled 3 3-minuters.
Wow, great round again.
Both men a lot more resin than they were at the end of that first. Very, very interesting round.
Yeah, that was a hard one to score. I think Jimmy started great, landed a lot of strikes. But Jackson, they all right down the top and towards the end of the round.
One shot to the head, I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat, but I never back down, man. I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fame. She look better in bed. And I'ma rock this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got one life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget.
3 minutes to decide the winner of this one. Jimmy Bamborough and Jackson Clarke certainly delivering here tonight. Seconds out. Jackson Clarke has not taken his eyes off Jimmy Bamborough there. And we're underway in this third and final round. Nice touch of glove, show respect from both men.
Wow. Nice shots from Jimmy there. Jackson didn't like it. He's managed to find himself in the clinch. Good head position by Jackson Clarke. Nice knee as well, the midsection, returned by Jimmy Bamborough.
Overhand slap there from Bamborough. Just while Clarke's working, looking to get a high-guard single there. Bamborough looking to step his leg out. Clarke gives up on that single, goes back to the body lock. Just tiring work for both.
Yeah, Jackson Clarke looking the fresher fighter so far, I'd say. You know, we talked about how Jimmy's, you know, came in this fight bigger, he's cut a lot of weight. Sometimes it doesn't always work in your favour, but he is looking good right now, he's coming forwards.
Bloody the nose now as well of Jackson Clarke. Makes it very difficult breathing.
Yeah.
Jimmy Bamborough looking for a head kick of his own.
There's good pressure from Jimmy Bamborough, needs to keep cutting off the cage.
Like to see Jackson maybe going up top of that lead leg kick again, just as a little reminder.
Yeah, I think Jackson might be looking to time his takedown. There we go.
Drives Jimmy Bamborough up against the cage, does Jackson Clarke.
Very grindy fight here, both men bleeding.
This has been a tough 9 minutes.
Fisher calling for Jimmy to get up.
Which the TFT man does, but of course he still has Jackson Clarke glued to him.
Great job by Jimmy Bamborough to get up.
This is another really interesting round.
Yeah. Oh!
Big head kick from Jackson Clarke.
Jimmy's legs have gone. Jimmy needs to compose himself here, stay nice and tight.
That was a huge head kick.
Jimmy immediately looking to get up.
Good pressure though still from Clarke. To get a takedown to close the round out.
What's been impressive, obviously Jackson Clarke's takedowns have been great, but Jimmy's never settled on bottom. He's always been working to get up.
And we go to the judges' scorecards once again tonight.
Wow, great fight.
I mean, that shows in itself the level and just how close these fights are, that so many of them are going to decision.
Yeah, that was a very impressive display by both.
Jimmy just really seemed to come into his own there in that third, then bang, that head kick, and it changed everything.
Yeah, he was setting up that head kick really nice.
Jackson Clarke throwing it off the other leg as well. It wasn't off his lead leg this time, it was from the back leg.
Yeah, I think in terms of, you know, damage, you know, the head kicks were the two biggest strikes of the fight.
We'll go to the judges' scorecards. I've said it once, but I'll say it again, Joe. I am glad we are commentating and not judging tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Can enjoy the fights without having to stress about who's won what round.
Fight cards are just being added up here now. Incredible performance though from both men, wasn't it? It was a real great performance from them.
Yeah, great. Both men had great moments.
Nathan Reed has these scorecards in his hand. The official decision up now.
All right, ladies and gents, put your hands together for both of our warriors in the cage, please. After 3 hard-fought 3-minute rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. And your winner, by unanimous decision, in favour of the blue corner, Jackson Clarke!
And Jackson Clarke
Also, please put your hands together for Jimmy Bamborough!
Yeah, I believe the kicks were definitely the most damaging strikes of the fight, and you know, he was managing to set up his takedowns really well. His timing was great. Very mature performance from the 21-year-old. I know Jimmy was looking to stay active though, so we might see him back pretty soon.
It doesn't appear that he's taking too much damage that would keep him out of fights.
Yeah, no, he looks fine, you know. He did take a few shots to the head, but, you know, he's trained very hard for this, and, you know, he gave a very good account of himself in this fight.
And that's a big win for Jackson Clarke.
Yeah.